Good evening, guys. Welcome to On the Level Racing channel. It's been a really hard festival at the moment. I think, like I said, I'm not going to go through the actual stats until the whole festival's finished, so we know where we stand. It was good to see the second nap in a row go in at the festival, as it hasn't been easy. I think we took a small profit today, especially the nap winning, and also Cap Donna of Willie Mullins going in as well. I'm not going to beat it around the bush too much today. It's going to be a pretty quick podcast, to be honest. We're going to go straight into 340 at Punchestown. I had a very good look at the cards here. I'm not really out there to have a bet on the first race, the 340. You've got rewrite the rules there. For John Hanlon. This horse is apparently races at about £25 higher than anything in the race, so you would expect this horse to win at 4 to 6, 8 to 13. You've got the likes of Enniskillen in there, who's now 16 years old. Obviously, the obvious danger to the favourite is going to be Alpha Male of Paul Mahers. And there's also Enniskillen and changed the story in the race. But as a betting perspective, I wouldn't be surprised if Alpha Male ran a big race, won the race two years ago. Exceptionally good price there, 2 to 1 against the favourite. But for me, no bet in the first race. On to the 4:15. This is the EMS Copious Novice Handicap Chase. It's a grade A event. Good prize money here, over 2 mile 5, 16 declared. We should be getting paid 4 here, 5 in places. I looked over this race here, and only one really stood out for me, and that was Philip Hobbs' horse in Dostal Phil. Simon Torrens will take the ride here on the 8-year-old. Last seen when finishing third in the Red Rum Handicap Chase, the Grade 3 event over at Aintree, when behind a very smart hot horse in Edia Dugit. And that form is obviously, as you know, has been franked, as Sadi Diop KA came out at the festival this afternoon and won very well indeed for Anthony Hannibal with Simon Torrens on board. So really, I mean, I haven't looked at anything else in the race to try and take it on with. I'm very happy with my selection. If we have a quick look at anything else in there, you've got lots of Port Stanley there, just because of Harrison's horse wasn't disgraced last time out. We were finishing second to the very man over at Cork, over 2.5 miles. That was a beginner's chase, but just the fact that Wave the Sea is a big price in this, he was thrashed by Wave the Sea by 25 lengths in a handicap chase at Leopardstown back in February. So for me, okay, you can also go back as far as Eglumine. He finished third at Garran Park back in November of 2020, but he hasn't really shown in that kind of form at all for me. Others in the race, I haven't really said anything now. I mean, nothing really impresses me at all. I mean, schoolboy hours. I was expecting Noel Mead's horse to run another good race. Never runs a bad race, this horse. 9 to 1 in the market. He's probably the best each way bet in the race, really. Last seen finishing behind Stormy Judge at Navan to over 3 miles on heavy ground. Prior to that, was beaten again, finishing 4th at Nace, and ran over nearly 3.25 miles here at Punchestown, went second to Eclat de Rey back in December last year. But we'll probably have to find a little bits to beat the selection, I think. I'm quite comfortable to put this selection up here. Dostal Phil. He comes in about 4 to 1, but you can get 11 to 2, 6 to 1 with some firms. I mean, he is 6 to 1 with 6 to 1 with Paddy Power. So that's the bet I'm going to take, because I bet with Paddy Power anyway. So most of you probably bet 365. You can get 11 to 2 on bet 365, but I'm going to have a half point, sorry, 1 point each way. That's a 1 point each way at 6 to 1 on Dostal Phil in the 4:15 at Punchestown. On to the 4:50. This is a mare's handicap chase, a Grade B event, over 2 mile 5 again. 36,000 to the winner, 13 go to post. I had a good look at this. I think Winnie Mullins has probably got his horse spot on. Augustus Gold. She hasn't really been showing much over the last few. She's been mixed running about. She went over at Fairy House over 2 mile 5 on heavy ground and won. Beat Mohenna of a mark 139. That was back in January this year. Went on and over hurdles and finished 4th, and then came back. Wasn't very impressive in the Norwich Grand National when finishing 11th. However, I still think this horse is well in, especially on Punchestown form. I don't think she run a bad race here at all. I mean, I think it's a very smart move by Willie Mullins. The fact that he's put her here against some very exposed types. I mean, Mullins got quite a few in the race. I mean, Magic Lights in this for Jessica Harrington. This is the 2018 winner. Again, she's capable of running well. She goes well at the course. Jessica's had a pretty good festival already. Mullins has got loads in here. He's got Salsaretta. He's also got Contingency. What else has he got? That's it. I mean, Emily de Bromhead's got a couple here, but I just can't touch anything Emily de Bromhead sends out. I mean, you think about it, you only had 8 winners this season, and most of those come to Cheltenham and Aintree. So, you take a pinch of salt. You've got to look at the fact that backing Willie Mullins horses that are coming here off the back of not a great run, but it was the Irish Grand National. If it's Salsaretta run the same race, I think putting up. Yeah, Salsaretta pulled up in the race. So, in the market perspective, I mean, Augustus Gold is the one that they fancy in the market out from the yard. And that's where my money will go here. We're going to go 1 point each way again at 6 to 1 with bet 365 on Augusta Gold. That's in the 4:50 at Punchestown. On to the 5:25. It's the Paddy Power Champion Hurdle, Grade 1. You've got a feel for Rachel Blackmore. I mean, she's just not been able to ride a winner this week at all. It's unbelievable the horse she's been riding. I mean, she's got to get it right in this for sure. I mean, she's running Honeysuckle here, as we know. How impressive was she at Cheltenham? Was winning the Champion Hurdle, beating Sharjah by 6.5 lengths. I mean, she's already beaten Abracadabras this year. Sorry, this year. Sorry, in the Irish Champion Hurdle. So she's the horse to beat. She's very, very short. She's about she's 8 to 11 to win the race. Epatante is going to come over from Nicky Henderson in here. Nicky Henderson's has actually won this last year with Bouvier, won this back many years ago with Punjabi. So yeah, Henderson wouldn't send his horse over if he didn't think Epatante could reverse the form with Honeysuckle. It was some achievement, don't get me wrong. I mean, he could only finish 9.5 lengths behind her in the Champion Hurdle. This will be Epatante's first visit across the water, so it's a very, very bold move by Nicky Henderson to think that he is willing to take her on again. Sharjah, you can't take anything away from Sharjah either. Second to obviously the winner Honeysuckle in the Champion Hurdle. She also Honeysuckle also beat her in the Irish Champion Hurdle, and also this horse is finished behind Epatante. It's probably I would love to see Shah Shah's chance to shine here. It'd be lovely to see him get one over the two mares here, but it's going to be not an easy feat at all. Interesting that Gary Moore sent Goshen over here. Could surprise, but I very much doubt it. Not against Analyses, 8th in the champion hurdle. Hasn't really shown enough for me to think that he could do any better than he did at Cheltenham. An outsider here could come from Henry Bromhead Yard, and the fact that Robbie Power's riding it. And that's Aspire Tower. 18 to 1 in the market. Wasn't disgraced in the champion hurdle when finishing 4th, 11 lengths behind Honeysuckle. Prior to that, had finished 2nd to Sharjah and the Matheson. And also had beaten Abracadabras also in the WKD hurdle. So the horse got a bit of form at big prices. I mean, now rated 160. Comes off the same rating. And yeah, would have a good chance, I think, each way. I mean, Abracadabras, what puts me off this horse is the fact that Denise Foster, I mean, hasn't had a winner, I think, in the form line is just horrendous. I mean, I think they've got about a 6% strike rate. I mean, I think they're out of, I think it's 134 runners they've had. I think they've had 8 winners and 19 placed. So it's a possibility that Abracadabras could be placed again. Winner of the Aintree hurdle, won that impressively, beating Buzz. I actually thought Buzz would have beaten him. That was the one I tipped up for the race. If he didn't make that loose sauce, didn't get in the way on 2 occasions. Fell against Honeysuckle in the champion hurdle over at Cheltenham. Has a lot of fun with Honeysuckle and Sharjah and even Aspire Tower to suggest that that Aintree win could be forlorn over here. But that race has been won, and obviously horses have come over and won from that race. Bouvier has done it in the past. But as a the right bet, I mean, I'm probably looking for an each way bet here. If I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to touch anything Henry de Bromhead has got here. Purely, I think Honeysuckle should win the race. But I just think Patrick Woody Mullins is going so well at the moment, so well, and I'd like to see Sharjah get his revenge on both these mares. Really, really would. He deserves it, I think. I mean, and I think a 10 to 1 is a good price to back each way, I think, in this. So it'd be a 1 point each way at 10 to 1 on Sharjah in the 525, which is the champion hurdle. On to the 6 o'clock. This is the Novices. This is the champion novice hurdle. This one. It's also a grade 1 over 2.5 miles. Can we take Bob Ollinger on? It's not going to be an easy feat again. I mean, Rachel Blackmore should be having a cracking day, especially with the likes of Bob Ollinger she's riding, and she's riding Honeysuckle, so she should be getting a double up today. But she's just seemed to be running no confidence. The trainer is not, got the horses firing since Aintree, and so it's going to miss somewhere. That's why I'm going to have a little stab here. I mean, against Bob Ollinger and against Gaillard de Menzel, who obviously has finished 2nd to Bob Ollinger over at Cheltenham. And I'm going to have a little crack at this Ashdale Bob. Big prize at 14 to 1, I thought. I thought the race where he beat Decimation by a neck over at Ferryhouse, went to land in the Cole Quinn BMW Novices hurdle. It was a grade 2 event over 2.5 miles. And that race has in the past been not, a pretty good stepping stone towards this race over the years. I mean, we haven't seen a winning favourite for this race for the last 3 years. They were quite common, but the last 3 years we've seen some big prizes going. So, and I think Ashdale Bob is very, very capable of running a big race here off that kind of back of the Ferryhouse win. 14 to 1, I think the way overpriced. So I'm going to have half a point. We have half a point each way at 14 to 1 on Ashdale Bob. in the 6 o'clock at Punchestown. I don't know why I keep mentioning Punchestown. Every single selection is going to be from the meeting anyway. On to the 6:35, which is the Irish Daily Star Champion Hunters Chase, over extended 3 miles. I talked myself out of it the other day when Paul Nicholls sends horses over here. He sends them over for a reason. He has done well in the past in this festival, and I literally blew my chances when I should have backed his horse that won the Paddy Power Gold Cup. And I'm not going to desert in this one. I think Bob and Co is a little bit more classier than the two main adversaries he will take on here in Billaway and Car de Burley. I mean, Car de Burley has run this race for the last 2 years. The horse is obviously trying to emulate what the famous On the Fringe did. Won this race on 3 attempts. And obviously it'd be the only second horse to do so. On the Fringe actually won it 5 times actually. So Kate de Burley obviously is trying to win it for the 3rd time here. I think we can take this horse on this time round. But don't get me wrong, William Biddick is a fantastic jockey. I mean, I watched the race, the last 2 of these horses run. I watched the Kate de Burley race already on film already when winning at Warwick. And I was quite taken. He was very quick over his fences. He's made a couple of little errors there, trail leg over the fences, but was very impressive. But the thing is, he was very quick over his fences. But what I noticed was later into the race, he seemed to jump out to his right quite a bit. And he is getting 12 years old now, so them last 2 hunter chases he run were over 2.5 miles. Obviously, as I said, he gets a distance here, no problem. He's won at the course twice the last 2 years. But I've noticed recently he's trained these legs quite a bit over his jumps, and he has been jumping to the right. So that would be quite a slight concern here. Billaway, very frustrating indeed. I mean, a horse I thought should have won at Cheltenham and blew its chance, beating a short head, and then came out and was beaten by Cousin Pascal in the Fox Hunters Chase at Aintree. Has beaten Stacker Wallace this year, back on the 31st of January. And also beat Stacker Wallace last year as well. I'm not going to change my mind here. I like Bob and Co. I like the fact that Paul Nicholls has took the bold move here and sent the horse over. Last seen at Hexham, I mean, I watched this race over Hexham over 3 miles. I was quite impressed. Didn't put a foot wrong, jumped fantastically. I mean, it was 1 to 5, yeah, to beat an average field. But I thought he probably was a tad unlucky in the Hunters Chase at Cheltenham in March. If we read it here, mid-division, slightly hampered and lost place in 10th, rallied chasing leaders in the 14th, travelling okay, when made a mistake and unseated rider free out. That was Sean Bowen. Now this horse is having its 3rd race since a wind operation. So I'm hoping, obviously Paul Nicholls has thought, okay, yeah, we've got a cracking chance here. Let's put him in and see what we can do. So yeah, I think Bob and Co is the horse to beat here. That's my theory anyway. I mean, he's 7 to 230, so I think a 1 point win at 7 to 2 on Bob and Co in the 6:35 at Punchestown. In the 7:05 is the Southend International Novices Hurdle. It's 12 grand to win, a 16 going to post over 2 miles. Stick a pin. That's what I can really say about this race. I do like, again, I think Munning's horses have a good chance here again. There's no reason why. I mean, Henry de Bromhead's got a couple in there. I mean, Rachel Blackmore, Darryl O'Keefe's riding. I mean, it'd be great to see, obviously, Henry de Bromhead get a winner this week. But it's out on the fence at the moment. So, 2 I'm going to back against the field here, which I've already had a look at. MC Muldoon of Willie Mullins. That's a win favourites. This race hasn't really been won by anything outside the first 3 in the betting. It tends to be around that sort of area. There's no really big prices winning this. MC Muldoon, obviously with Wade Mullins' horses are going at the moment. Patrick Mullins rides it. Seen finishing second last time out over at Ferry House behind Echoes in Rain. Yeah, if that's, I mean, I know he lost by 15, but if that ain't form, that is, you know, what isn't? I mean, when you're getting beaten like Echoes of Rain, who actually thrashed his rivals, here this week in the Champion Novices Hurdle Grade 1 when beating Colonel Mustard by 3.25 lengths. And the thing is, Colonel Mustard was third, 4.5 lengths behind MC Muldoon that day. So the form line's there, and let's just hope that form is true. If the form is true, MC Muldoon should be very, very hard to beat in this. For an outside price, I did have a little look here at a big price horse here for the same train actually. Where is it? Here we go. El Barra. Sean O'Keefe's coming in for the ride. Last seen winning last time out. I'll just wait for it to load up. Here we go. Winning at Ferry House when beating a horse. Here we go. Here's the form line again, guys. If it comes up, I'm getting a little bit slow here at the moment. I don't think it's going to load. I think we're out of luck here. Try again. Sorry about that. I'm just checking the upload there. So I was saying, El Barra is my second bet in this. It's around 14 to 1, 11 to 1 in places. It's 14 to 1 bet 365 at the moment. This horse beat another horse called Surprise Package at Ferry House last time out by 2.25 miles. Now that form has been franked as Surprise Package came out and won the Red Mills Irish EBF Auction Hurdle Series final at this festival. Let's go slow day. Can't get it up. It won at the festival anyway, guys. I can't get nothing up at the moment. So that's what my two bets are against the field. The two Munnings horses here. It will be a 1 point win at 4 to 1 with bet 365 on MC Muldoon, and a half point each way at 14 to 1 with bet 365 on El Barra. On to the final race, which is 1935, 735, which is the Avison Young Flat Race, 5 to 7 year olds, just 6,000 to the winner, 28 declared over 2.25 miles. And I'm going to nap this horse, believe it or not. After what I've seen today, it's going to be very, very hard to see if I can find it. Gary Cromwell's horse here. My mate. Anyways, sorry about that. Bit of a relapse there. If you see it stop and start, I've just paused it. As I was saying, I'm going to back here and nap the final horse here, which is My Mate Mozzie for Gary Cromwell. The fact that Patrick Mullins comes in for the ride, so I think speaks a lot of volumes here. He's around 13 to 8. You can get here with William Hill. It's probably the best ride. In fact, 7 to 4 bet 365 is the best price. Coming here, it's going to be a first run for the trainer. At the point ranks here, and it's just the fact that I said Patrick Mullins gets booked. One, it's only point-to-point run. So there, that will interest me there as a nap. As for an each way bet against the horse here, there is one I'm going to put up here, half point each way. If I can find it. Yeah, let's go this way, it'll be easier. That's Stone Mad. Let's have a look. Another first time out for Michael Brazil. Derek O'Connor comes in for the ride here. Nicely bred by Stone Mad, by Yates, sorry. They will be probably my two against the field, which is quite a big field, but Derek O'Connor's done quite well this over the past years. So I'm going to have a 2 point win as a nap at 7 to 4, bet 365 on My Mate Mozzie, and I'm going to have 1 point each way at 8 to 1 with Stone Mad. with Bet 365. We say we're spending plenty of money a day. You know, tomorrow, sorry. I can't see no reason why we can't get stuck in a bit more here. It's all about spending and hopefully trying to win also. Let's have a quick look here. Hang on a minute. One second, guys. Yeah, because as you're aware, obviously it's the fourth day. The last day is on Saturday, but as you also must understand, it's Guineas weekend. It's 1,000 and 2,000 guineas at Newmarket this weekend. It's a great meeting. It starts up tomorrow. I think what are we on tomorrow? 31st, 30th tomorrow? 30th. So my fault. Sorry, I got that wrong. Here we go. So if I go that one, we're looking at the 30th. So yeah, so on Saturday the 1st, isn't it? Yeah, Saturday the 1st and Sunday the 2nd is the Guineas, the Newmarket weekend. So it's first classics of the year. So I'm looking quite excited about that and having a quick look over the weekend at the two meetings. And yeah, that's it really. It's a quick podcast tonight. So basically, hopefully we're going to get some winners there. Please subscribe at the bottom. Please, obviously, again, any comments, guys. You know what I mean? It looks like some of you can't type, but you never know. You know, just get a keyboard and type away, guys. So it's on the Level of Racing channel signing out. All the best, guys. Good night, and obviously see you tomorrow.